I just noticed the Modern Mystic has done a response video to me at last. He's called it Focal U. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah, well, look, it's time. You know, you've gotten away with this shit for months now. You're just talking Glenn Beck mass media crap, and I'm going to shove it in your face, and I'm going to shove it hard in your face. Your comment section is just full of a bunch of fucking elitist assholes, racist and the rest of them are all probably sitting on inherited wealth in a basement somewhere in their fucking underwear on the internet all fucking day. They don't do real jobs, real work in the real fucking world. They're fucking jackasses who think they're entitled to be a lazy asshole. Alright, and you just glorify that fucking bullshit. So yeah, you're part of the problem, jackass, and so I'm gonna fuck you is all I got to say to you. You're a propagandist asshole feeding a bunch of truther crap like oh, it's the Federal Reserve that's caused the problem. Oh, it's fractional reserve banking. A bunch of fucking loony crap that gets people distracted from the real fucking problem, which is the acquisition of ownership paper. Paper that says I own, I own, I own. Not I own my house, not I own my wife, not I own my dog. No, I own your dog, your house, your life, your yard. That kind of ownership has been consolidated in the hands of a very tiny fraction of the human race. That is the fucking catastrophe in our economy. That is the only catastrophe. And if we fix that motherfucking problem, we won't have a goddamn fucking problem. So fuck all you, asshole.
Friday morning, good morning. Bah. 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 French sheep.
Yeah, right. Go ahead. Waste 10 seconds. Fuck you.
Alright. Hazlitt. We had the broken window fallacy yesterday, and there are a lot of economic ideas that are floated that are basically variations on that theme. A lot more complicated and harder to spot, but they are variations on the theme. If we go to...
They're not hard to spot. They're all over the fucking place, spouted by your comment section. Every fucking body in your comment section, no doubt, has said something stupid like, oh, it's really good for the economy for the rich man to pay a guy to marble his floor. Well, that guy's an asshole. All that worker's doing by marbling that floor is making labor more expensive and wasting fucking time, because no real person will get any real value out of that fucking bullshit.
The next big theme in the book, it's what I'll call focal length. Whether your policy is concentrating on the short term, medium term or long term. There'd be things like trade policies of tariffs against imports, let's say, which could be very good for example, your steel industry. If you put tariffs on, say, Chinese steel now, short term, it is good for your steel industry. But long term, things will not work out quite how you think they might.
Well, guess what? I thought it'd be a response video. It sounded like it was going to head that way, but apparently it's not. It's just another one of his regular boring videos. So I'll watch the video and paraphrase it, because frankly, this is just going to bore the shit out of me and you. You know, oh damn, we're going to talk about tariffs. You don't need tariffs if you don't have desperate populations in poor countries to exploit. So if you just make a rule you can't exploit poor people, then you don't need a fucking tariff. But obviously, if you're going to exploit people somewhere else and treat them by a level of dignity that's against your own constitution, for example, well, then you've got a problem. It's one of those international rights kinds of things. You know, it's like no point in having a Geneva Convention and having rules against torture if you make some little isolated country somewhere a torture-free zone. Because then everybody will just take their little torturees there. They'll just fly them over there and then torture the motherfucking shit out of them. And that what the fucking point would that be? No fucking point at all. That's right. So you can't even get tariffs right. You can't even get the context of any economic subject right. So I guess I'm going to have to do a response video to every one of your fucking dumb, lame, jackass videos. I want to make them hostile as goddamn fucking hell, because you're a goddamn pussy who wouldn't make a fucking reasonable response. So I'm not going to make a reasonable accusation. Well, it'll be reasonable, but it's going to be tainted with as sledgehammer as I can make it, you fucking goddamn weasel cunt. Yeah, who spent his whole life running away from any social obligations whatsoever. Let's remember that fact. The fact that you made clear. It's not something I dug up. It's something you announced quite pridefully. You fucking jackass. So, till next time. Bummer.
Response video to Nick TheModernMystic. Yeah, I think I'll post, okay, this will be after the false fuck you video or whatever. Yeah, I mean, I really thought Nick was finally responding to something, but no. So anyway, just for context here, just, you know, Nick's subscribers, you know, his, well, yeah, Nick unsubscribed to me, which is really cool. But anyway, who cares? I didn't like being next to Great Text anyway. Yeah, and who wants a bunch of trolls coming to my channel from his fucking channel? Because that's all he has is trolly fucking arrogant assholes who never did a day's work in their fucking lives. This is his subscribers. And they're always making snarky and rude remarks on my videos. So why shouldn't I consider that part of what Nick sanctions? He sanctions those people. He talks to the S's and F's of the world like they fucking are civil human beings, which they are not. So fuck him. But anyway, so we'll just prove what an asshole he is. Go right down the list of his comments in his video, which are just stupid and moronic, childish analysis. Childish. You know, just, you know, 5-year-old, 6-year-old could figure some of this shit out. Alright, so we got the concept of progress versus what it costs. Alright, obviously, I've said this before, but yeah, slavery was very productive. Okay? Technically. It leveled the land, made it fertile, hugely productive. But it was at a cost that people would just say it's too high. I mean, you could kill, let's say if the scenario was you killed 50,000 people horribly, but you cured cancer. Okay, now, you know, somebody could rationally say it was worth it. But a society that says that isn't worth it. So you get it? There's a catch. You know, even though the productivity is good, the price you paid for it in terms of compromising dignity and principles was too fucking high. So it's not worth it. And that's what we have as an economy. Yeah, it's productive, but it's productive because it enslaves people, it strips them of their dignity, and it treats them like crap and shit. So anyway, so then again, inheritance. And he doesn't deal with this subject. You know, but this is the real problem, is this idea that if you allow people to just, let me see, how would see, keeps surplus in bed something, Eddie. Oh yeah, okay. Look, surplus is what propels an economy forward. You collect surplus, use the surplus to motivate people to do new work. That's the key to the whole fucking game, is surplus. And when the surplus is held in the hands of people who didn't earn it through inheritance, that's just completely destructive. I mean, Nick talks like the old days. People used to take care of their slaves, and they used to take care of the serfs and take care of the renters. The kings and the nobles were all so great to their people. You know, they took care of their property and their manicured acres and acres of private garden that nobody could ever look at but them. You know, and it's just a lie anyway. Fucking Shakespeare wrote about the fucking families killing each other all the fucking time. Especially over fucking goddamn money, over the property, over who gets to own it, the first son or the second son. You know, never mind the fucking daughters. You know, use them for horse feed. You know, fuck you, Nick, and your historical references to the good old days. The good old days fucking sucked. You suck. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then the lie again of the people working for their children, working for the future in the past. Pile of fucking goddamn shit. It was all self-interest about the goddamn name, about the goddamn pride of their name. They put their name on the gate. Yeah, fuck that shit. They were small-minded shit fuckheads. Alright, so anyway, I say credit. I say credit. What the hell does that mean? Oh, easy credit. Yeah, so there's another thing you're missing entirely what changed in the 19th century, or the 20th century, was the invention of easy credit. It wasn't, in the past, people couldn't. There was no effective way for regular people to borrow. And then there was this horrible circumstance, if you did borrow and you weren't able to pay it back, they fucking killed your family or something. I mean, it was mafioso credit environment. It was horrible. And so, in the 1900s we had civilized easy credit. And the first shot at it ended up blowing up in the 1930 crash, 1929. That was a direct result of credit card spending, essentially. It was invented with, the industrial age. People were able to go out and, buy their house furniture on time. It was invented then. And it just spiraled out of control. Boom, 1930.